Guys, it's Rick Pino here with 𝐑𝐢𝐜𝐤. In this training, I'm going to be sharing with you how anyone can make money online with digital products. In fact, this is going to be part one of an entire series that I'm going to be rolling out. So today I'm going to explain what are digital products and how they can work for you. And then moving on later on in the series, I'm going to be breaking down the exact digital products that you can make, exactly how to make them so that you can get cranking on making money online. Guys, the crazy part about all of this is that literally anyone can do this. I have students who are farmers. I have students who are seamstresses, right? Like they sew. I've got students who are stay-at-home moms. I've got students who are baristas. I've got students in all walks of life who all leverage the power of creating digital products. And so in today's training, I'm basically going to just be describing what are digital products, how they can work for you. And then again, further down the road in the series, we'll get down to the exact digital products and exactly how to make them. Guys, before we jump into the training here, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel right now if you want to continue to see more content like this from me, okay? So guys, in today's training, I'm going to be breaking down these 3 secrets on how digital products are extremely powerful, how they can work for you. In fact, the 3 things that I'm going to be teaching you in this training are, number 1, how anyone can make money online. Oops. With digital products, even if they don't know what their niche is yet. Okay? Like this is, I know a lot of people, they get trapped, they get tripped up by like, what's my niche? Who do I need to serve? Like, what would I say? What would I do? That's exactly why you need to stay plugged into this training, because I'm going to break it all down for you. Okay. So obviously knowing your niche or your niche, I call it a niche. I'm American. I'm not French, right? I don't know how to pronounce it. Niche. Okay. Knowing your niche is very important, but it's not necessarily needed in order for you to get started with digital products. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna be covering today, how anyone can make money online with digital products, even if they don't know what their niche is yet. The second thing, okay, the second thing I wanna break down for you today in this training. Number 2, I wanna break this down for you, okay? Why people would love to pay you. And I'm just gonna underline that. Why people would love to pay you for your knowledge, okay, because that's essentially what a digital product is. We'll get to that here in just a second, okay? Even if you don't think they would, or even if, wow, even if you think your market is saturated. The second thing that I see a lot of people when it comes to making money online with digital products, the second thing that I see holding so many people back is, number 1, you know, what's my niche? Like, what are digital products? Will it really work for me? But the second thing here, guys, is like, most people are like, no one wants to pay me, right? Like, or what if my market's already saturated? There's so much stuff out there. You could just go to YouTube. Here's the punchline, okay? The idea that no one wants to pay you, you just made that up. Like, think about it. Everything about your future, you literally just made up. Like, it's just as easy to go, everyone's going to want to pay me for my digital product. It's just as easy to do that as it is to go, well, no one's probably going to pay me, right? And this idea that like, well, my market's saturated and why would somebody want to pay me? Because you could just go on YouTube. The punchline is this, okay? There's a ton of people out there looking for help in your niche, in your market, who don't want to spend hundreds of hours like searching through YouTube, and then over here, he says to do it this way, she says to do it that way. They say, do it like this. They say, don't do it like that, do it like this. And it's like so much mumbo jumbo about every niche and every market out there So instead of going like, that's too saturated, no one's gonna pay me, you can begin to think, wait a second, like this is a perfect example, perfect opportunity of why I need to get my stuff out there, because there's gonna be a ton of people out there who don't wanna go searching around, and they just wanna find their person, their guy, their gal, who can guide them in their specific approach and philosophy to that thing, okay? So break all limiting beliefs, okay? In fact, if you're taking notes, write this down. No limiting beliefs allowed. If you're watching right now on the training, drop this in the comments. No limiting beliefs allowed, okay? Again, everything about your future, you made it up. So stop saying like non-intelligent things like no one wants to pay me, or why would anyone want to buy from me, or what do I have to say? Like, change your language, man. If you want to start making money online, you got to get a millionaire mindset first, okay? So the first thing, how anyone can make money online with digital products, even if they don't know their niche yet. Number two, why people would love to pay you for your knowledge, even if you don't think they would, or even if you think your market is saturated. And number three, check this out, okay? Number three is this. Why selling your knowledge through digital products, that is a B, I need a D. Digital products. Why selling your knowledge through digital products, come on, you can, I'm telling y'all, it is much harder to talk and write at the same time than it looks like, okay? Why selling your knowledge through digital products is the best chance at creating generational wealth. Okay, especially, watch this, especially if you're a beginner. Okay? Why selling your knowledge through digital products is the best chance that you have at creating generational wealth, especially if you are a beginner, okay? I want you to consider something here, okay? Why are digital products so powerful? Why are they so important? Because think about this, okay? If you go and you search online, like making money online, you're gonna come up with a lot of different opportunities, like whatever, crypto or e-commerce or Airbnb or real estate or whatever in the world is out there. There's tons and tons of opportunities, but think about this. All of these people who want to teach you about crypto or teach you about Airbnb arbitrage or teach you about Amazon FBA or teach you about real estate, guess what they are selling? 100% of them who are like, yo, I can teach you how to do this. All of them are going to do it through digital products. What are digital products? Okay, digital products are educational resources like an ebook, a course, a mentorship, okay, a membership site where you create the work one time, okay? You create that ebook one time, you create that course one time, okay? And then after you do, I call it the front loading work. After you do all the front loading work of like, I'm creating this digital product one time, okay, then you put it out there to the market, and then the market pays you over and over and over again if you literally can solve people's problems with your digital products. So maybe there's a person out there. Here's a cool story. My son, last year for his birthday, I was like, yo, buddy, what do you want for your birthday? He's turning 8. And he's like, yo, I would love to go bass fishing. And I'm like, bass fishing? Okay, now I'll tell you this. I know I look like I'm like a really great fisherman, but I've only been fishing like maybe less than a dozen times in my whole life. I think it's cool. It's just not my thing necessarily, but my son wanted to go bass fishing. So guess what I did? I began to go down YouTube and exactly what I just said, like people don't want to waste all their time going over here, going over there. I'm like bass fishing and I'm like thinking like, what's the best like hooks and what's the best fishing poles and what bait do I use? Where do I go to find bass? And I'm like, after about 15 minutes of me searching around, I'm like, this is so dumb. I'm just going to buy a course. And so literally, instead of me trying to waste my time on how do I bass fish, I literally just Googled bass fishing course and I found a random bass fishing course and I paid a guy $1,000 for his bass fishing course, right? And then of course I took the course and I learned all the stuff in it. But why am I saying all this? Because the same exact thing can and will happen for you. Like, think about it. What if that guy was like, who's going to want to buy my bass fishing course? All I ever do is I just go bass fishing. No one cares. I cared, right? Like, I literally searched for a bass fishing course. Who's going to want to learn how to sell cars? All I've ever done is be a car salesman. Somebody out there is looking for someone who can show them how to be a better car salesman. Who's ever gonna learn how to homeschool their kids? Like, all I've ever done is homeschool my kids. I have students right now in my programs who are homeschool moms crushing it, making thousands of dollars because they're putting their knowledge out there into digital products. Like, it is absolutely mind-blowing when you stop limiting yourself on these false and limiting beliefs of who would want to buy from me and my market's too saturated. What would I say? What would I do? Right now, you have knowledge, you have experience, you have expertise that might come easier for you, but harder for others. That's a perfect place to start when it comes to your digital products. Okay, so as you're searching around online for like, how do I make money online? 100% of all those people online who are gonna show you the cool opportunity, the vehicle that they're actually going to use is digital products. So instead of just trying to do Airbnb or Amazon FBA or e-commerce or cryptocurrency or real estate, instead of just trying to do all these things, just go straight to the source. That's why I'm making this series right now, okay? Just go straight to the source and get straight to digital products. So guys, here's the biggest punchline that I'm trying to communicate to you, okay, in this series is selling your knowledge through digital products is the #1 best way to generate wealth online, period. It's happened for my wife and I, it's happening for my students, and it can happen for you as well. Just stay plugged into the channel here and keep following this series because I'm gonna break it all down for you, okay? Really cool, interesting story I wanna share out of the book of Luke, okay? If you're new here, I am a believer. I love Jesus. My wife and I, we live by the Bible, and 100% of all the success that we have seen in our business and in our life, in our marriage, in our family, 100% of it has all come from biblical principles. In fact, in our business, to the tune of multiple 8 figures just in the past few years alone. And a really cool story I want to share with you out of the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 8. It says it like this: the children of this world are more wise in their generation. Okay, I need at least 10 people in the comments right now. Drop these words. My generation. Okay, the children of this world are more wise in their generation than the children of light. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, so what Jesus is telling us in this story here is that there's a reason why so many people stay struggling, they stay depressed, they stay in lack, and they can't figure out this money thing. And the reason is this: because there's a number of people who are trying to make a fortune in the present through the vehicle of making a living in the past. What does that mean? Okay, it means this, okay? It's gonna be very, very hard for you to make a fortune in the present by using systems and approaches and opportunities that our parents and our grandparents used in their generation. Okay, there's a way to generate wealth in your generation. And one of those ways, I believe one of the best ways, is through digital products, okay? And so instead of you trying to figure out, I'm gonna make money by working hard at my 9 to 5 and, you know, go to school, go to college, get a job, climb the corporate ladder, work really hard for 40 years, save, invest, hopefully you did a good enough job, and then one day whenever you're like 60 or 70 years old, you might be able to retire, and then you'll be able to spend the last 15 years of your life enjoying the whole entire labor of your life. I don't know about you, but that does not sound like the best way for me and my generation to build wealth, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you through this series how to tap into digital products so that you can collapse time. That's what really this opportunity of digital products is the best opportunity for our generation, for this generation right now, to collapse time to where you don't have to wait a lifetime to finally get there in your wealth building approach, okay? So I want you to ask yourself a question. What if 2024 was the last year that you clocked in and clocked out to work for someone else? Okay, I believe that it can be. What if 2024 was the last year that you clocked in and clocked out working for someone else?
Hey, I hope you're enjoying the training. I wanted to take a few moments real quick to invite you to join me for my upcoming Create and Sell Digital Products 5-day challenge, okay? This is a 5-day live virtual event where I invite entrepreneurs or would-be entrepreneurs just like you to come spend 5 days with me and get live training on the 5 moves that anyone can take in order to scale and skyrocket their business and their revenue. Now, the best way to join is as a VIP, because VIPs get to spend an extra hour with me every single day and ask your questions live. My most successful students have all been VIPs. That's the best way to join. Listen, you don't want to miss the upcoming Create and Sell Digital Products 5-day challenge. It's completely live. It's coming up right around the corner. Click the link down below in the description. Grab your ticket today. Now back to the training.
All right, guys, so back here to the board, let's break down these 3 things that I want to give you in this training when it comes to digital products. And again, just one more time to remind you, okay, stay plugged into this series because this first video is just going to be describing what digital products are. You're learning that a little bit now, how they work, how they can work for you, okay? But in the upcoming series, I'm literally going to break down, you can do this product, this product, this product. Here's how to do this. Here's how to do this, exactly how to do it, okay, in this series. Okay, so let's come back to the first thing that we're talking about here, and that is how anyone can make money online with digital products even if they don't know their niche yet. Okay, crazy story for you. So I have a student, okay, who came through some of my programs, and this guy, amazing dude, great friend, he's a drummer. And he was like, yo, I'm interested in getting into digital products. I don't necessarily know who I would help or how I would do it or this or that. And he said, honestly, I'm a drummer. Like, maybe I could show people how to play drums. Like, I don't know. And I said, listen, you don't even have to dial in your specific niche just yet. Just do the thing that's in your hand. Like, what's in your hand right now? And the thing that's in your hand right now is music. It's drums, right? And so what he decided to do is he said, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to create a digital product around teaching people music, right? Even though he's like, I could do this, I could do that. Maybe I should do this approach or that approach, or what niche should I choose? He just said, well, what can I do right now? I could show people about music. I can show them how to play drums. So he created a digital product around music and playing drums. And guys, in his first month, he made $135,000. Like, he hadn't even dialed in on his niche yet. Mind blowing, right? I have another student, like I said, I have farmers in the program. I have another student who literally is a farmer. And, you know, this guy, very skilled in different ways, but he's like, man, I could serve people here. I could serve them there. Maybe I could teach farming. I said, well, what's in your hand right now? And this guy specifically was a vocal instructor many years ago. And he was like, oh, I could teach people about singing. And I'm like, okay, well, let's start with that. He created a digital product teaching people, selling his knowledge, teaching people on how to sing, right? Like, as a vocal instructor. This guy in his first month made $115,000. So here's what I'm trying to just get to you today, okay? Like, this lie that, like, well, I don't know if I can make money online because I don't know what my niche would be. Like, you don't even have to have your niche dialed in yet, guys. Many people think that making money online with digital products is hard, or that you need to have a lot of tech skills. But the truth is that anyone can create money online with just their phone and their laptop. Legit, just their phone and their laptop. And that means this opportunity that are called digital products, the opportunity of digital products is perfect for someone just like you. One more story for you, okay? So a number of years ago, I'm training some of my students. I'm saying, listen, you can literally do this on your phone. It's crazy. And people are like, well, man, you have a studio and you have lights and cameras. I didn't always have a studio with lights and cameras. So what I decided to do is I decided to take my phone, okay? You're probably watching this on your phone right now, chances are, right? I decided I'm gonna take my phone, and just to show my students that this is possible, I'm gonna record a whole entire course on my phone, like with my phone. I'm just gonna buy a little $20 tripod from Best Buy, and then I'm going to set my phone on it, and I'm gonna create a whole entire course or digital product on my phone and sell it and see how it does, just to prove to my students that this is possible. Now, you're never gonna believe what happened next, okay? So I record this course, I put it all together, And then I put the course out there through our marketing system, okay? And lo and behold, like literally in 1 week, my course, I sold $400,000 worth of my course that I created on my phone. What? Like insane, right? So before you go and try to limit yourself again with these limiting beliefs, I don't have the cameras, I don't have lights, I'm not techie. You don't have to have any of that, okay? Anyone can make money online with digital products, even if they're not like super tech skilled, even if they don't have a ton of experience with online anything. And that means that literally this opportunity of digital products is perfect for someone just like you. All right, guys, so let's talk about the second thing that holds people back, why people would love to pay you. Again, I'm gonna just circle this. Let's talk about why people would love to pay you for your knowledge, even if you don't think they would, or even if you think your market is saturated, okay? So my wife, she is Cajun, and that means like she's from the border of Texas and Louisiana. And they're down there in them parts right there. I can't even do the accent right, but where she's from, okay, they make a mean gumbo. Like, I don't know if you all know what gumbo is, but it's like this stew, kind of like, you know, this soup stew dish. It's amazing. I never knew about it until I got connected to my wife's family. And my wife's Mima, who was 99 years old, she made the best gumbo you have ever had in your life. And like no one made gumbo better than Mima. And here's the crazy part, okay? Like, did Mima have like this super secret ingredient that she like pulled out of the cupboard, you know, 2 times a year to make her gumbo? That was like, what is that thing? No one's even heard of that secret ingredient, right? Did she have this super secret way of making the gumbo? Like, no, like she didn't have this secret ingredient. She didn't have this super secret way. Like what made Mima's gumbo the best gumbo in the whole entire world was her. Like, Mima was the secret sauce. Okay, so all those limiting beliefs that you're like struggling with, like, why would anyone buy anything from me? Like, no one wants to hear what I have to say. Those are false limiting beliefs. And I want you to understand that you are the secret sauce to your thing. Like, think about it. There's tons of people online talking about digital products, but you're here watching my training. Why? Because I'm the secret sauce to my stuff. You're the secret sauce to your stuff, right? Like, Mima's approach to making her gumbo is she's the secret sauce. Like, your family member who makes the best whatever dish in the world, anyone could make it like them, but what makes theirs so special? They do. So what makes your content, what makes your thing so special? You do. You are the secret sauce to your digital product, okay? I have a student right now named Jewel who struggled with this whenever she jumped into one of my programs, and she was struggling with this, like, man, because she was in the hospitality industry, and she's like, I've worked at like hotels, like, I don't know who in the world would want to hear about this. And I said, listen, you are the secret sauce. You know that you have experience in this area. It comes easy to you, but maybe harder for others. Why don't you just show people, train people through a digital product on how to do what you do in the hospitality industry? So guess what Jewel did? She went and she created her digital products. She launched it out there. And in month number 1, she made $9,500. And then month number 2, she made an extra $5,500, right? So like over $15,000 just because she was like, okay, I'm the secret sauce. And you might be sitting here going, who in the world would like want to buy a digital product around hospitality? Well, just because it's not your thing, there are tons of people out there. Again, who in the world would want to buy a course on bass fishing? Well, I didn't think about it until I thought about it, right? Like, there are tons of people out there who would love to pay you for your knowledge. And if you don't put your stuff out there in the form of digital products, they're never going to find you, and you're never going to be able to do it. So get over these limiting beliefs that like, oh, no one wants to pay me. And then let's talk about the second part, the B part to this limiting belief of like, my market's too saturated. Like, whatever your market is, right? Like maybe your thing is cooking, right? Like, I'm a cook. Like, who in the world's going to want to listen to me? Like, you know, there's Gordon Ramsay's out there, and whoever else are the big time cooks. Rachel Ray, I can't think of any off the top of my head, right? Why would anyone want to listen to me? Like, they can listen to Gordon Ramsay and all these other people. Well, guess what? There are thousands, tens of thousands of restaurants in this nation who Gordon Ramsay is not the chef at, right? But people love these restaurants. Why? Because just because the market is saturated, that's not a bad sign. I actually think it's a good sign, right? Because think about it. What if nobody was in your market whatsoever? That means no one cares at all about the thing that you're trying to help people do. But if the market is saturated, it means that it's a great opportunity because the market is saturated. There's a ton of activity happening in your market. That's the beauty of digital products, man. Like, for you to think these false and limiting beliefs like no one wants to buy from me, or my market's saturated, or I can't do it, they're just limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Anyone can do this with digital products, guys. So here's what I want to submit to you, okay? Many people think that no one would pay me because my market's too saturated, or who in the world would want to pay me? Boo-hoo, right? But the truth is this: people would love to pay you, especially if your market is saturated. And that means that you can use this information that I'm going to be laying out for you here in this series on making money online with digital products. That means you can use this information powerfully to design your business and your life exactly how you desire for it to be, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. There's no strength without struggle. There's no advancement without adversity, and there is no destiny without difficulty, okay? How many of y'all know that God brought you through some stuff because he wants to bring you to some stuff? That stuff that you had to struggle through, and finally now you're on the other side and you're like, man, I made it. That's a perfect way to get started with digital products. Like, people would love to figure out, how in the world did she do it? How did he do it? Or how do you, you don't have to be like this guru with 87 years of experience. As long as you have one step ahead of the next person, you're qualified to make money online with digital products. Like, anyone can do this, guys. All right, guys, so let's go over the third part of what we're going to be covering in this entire series, and that is why selling your knowledge through digital products is the best chance. And I'm going to circle this thing, best chance, because it really is the best chance at creating generational wealth, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, crazy story for you. So my wife and I, we have these really great friends who they were just about 4 years ago, they were really struggling financially. They were working at a small church. And if you're around the church world at all, especially startup small churches, it's rough, right? And so they really desired to help people. So they're kind of volunteering their time, making a little bit of money. And just to make ends meet, the husband was driving Uber. Okay, and so the husband, the wife, and their 3 kids were living in this tiny 2-bedroom apartment, kind of working / volunteering at the church, and then driving Uber just to try to make ends meet, right? And they were struggling financially, especially here in America, right? And so they didn't know what they were going to do. They learned how to build a digital product, okay, which I believe was a program or something. And by the way, here in just a few moments, I'm going to break down all the different digital products I'm going to do in this series so you can begin to get an idea of what we're talking about, how to move forward. And then, of course, follow this series here, because I'm literally going to show you step by step how to build all of these digital products. And then maybe you can have a story just like I'm about to finish telling you this one. So this couple, they built their first digital product. They had no experience with building digital products, zero, right? They were pastors and Uber drivers just trying to make ends meet. They built a digital product, which I believe was a program, and they put the digital product out there, and in 1 hour, literally in 1 hour, within the hour that they launched this digital product, they made $100,000, a little bit over that actually, but they made $100,000 in 1 hour. If this isn't mind-blowing, I don't know what is, right? And you might be sitting here watching what? This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Listen, guys, they had made 6 figures in an hour. I have made multiple 6 figures in an hour. I've made $1 million in a day with my digital products. My students, they're making tens of thousands. I've even had a student do $700,000 in one single day. Anyone can do this. In fact, if you're taking notes, write this down. Anyone can do this. Drop it in the comments. At least 10 people in the comments right now. Anyone can do this. And if you're fired up about this opportunity to make money online with digital products, let me know in the comments and say, I'm fired up about this. Because as this series unfolds, you're going to be mind blown, man. Okay, so just like my friends who had no experience, you can do this as well. And I'm telling you this right now, guys, selling your knowledge through digital products is your best chance at creating generational wealth, especially if you're a beginner, okay? Here's what I want to submit to you, okay? Many people think that they can't make money online with digital products because they need tons of experience. They need to be a guru, right? They need to have all this experience, et cetera, et cetera. But anyone can create generational wealth with the opportunity that is digital products. And that means creating digital products are your best chance at your best life. In fact, how about 10 more people in the comments right now say, this is my best chance at my best life, right? Are you beginning to see like, wow, there's a huge opportunity here and I need to figure this thing out. And thankfully you're plugged in here to the channel. I'm gonna show you exactly how to build all these digital products.
If you've made it this far into the training and you're enjoying it and you still haven't checked out my upcoming 5-day live virtual challenge, Create and Sell Digital Products, what is you doing? Check out this testimony right here of one of my current students. He took the information that I'm gonna be sharing with you in the upcoming 5-day training to make $15,000 in one single week. Click the link down below, join as a VIP. We'll see you in the challenge. Now, back to the training.
All right, guys, so if you're getting this already, let me know in the comments, say, I'm getting this. We're gonna break down, okay, ebooks, right? We're gonna be breaking down audio trainings. Be looking, because in this series, guys, I'm gonna break down and show you how to build your newsletter. Okay, these are all digital products. I'm gonna be breaking down, showing you how to host a webinar. Oops, webinar, there we go. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to build maybe your first or your next e-course, right? We're also gonna be covering how to do training manuals. I'll be doing a training on how to do a challenge. Okay, what is a challenge? A challenge is like a live online training, basically. We're gonna be covering membership sites. Oops. Membership sites, think about this, like a Netflix, you know, a Spotify, right? Those companies are selling digital products that you basically get access to libraries for a monthly fee. Like, think about that. Like, you could make tons of money with membership sites, okay? I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do group coaching packages, okay? And why not, I'm also gonna show you guys how to build a high ticket program. Well, guys, there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me on this introductory video on how to make money online with digital products. Hopefully now you're getting some of those limiting beliefs broken, right? Hopefully now you're starting to see the incredible opportunity that you can begin to build generational wealth online with digital products. And hopefully you're going to stay plugged into this series where I break down exactly how to build all these digital products so that you no longer have to be a slave to the system, be in the rat race, grinding on that 9-to-5 wheel. I believe that if I can do it, you can do it. If my students can do it, you can do it. And if my friends can do it, you can do it as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel right now so that as this series begins to unfold, you will be the first in the know to get hit with exactly how to build these incredible digital products. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and we'll see you in the next training.